All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It is Thursday already. Let's see if we can get something today. Been a messy pre-market every day. Morning, everybody. See here. Just making sure all my trade copier is right. I always like to double check, triple check that. All right, looks like we're on a nice little move long. Look at that, we're above 12,000. Looks like it got there yesterday. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, we have some news coming up. 8:30 in about 12, 13 minutes. So let's see what happens with that. And if you are trading after the open, we have ISM at 10 o'clock. So that's more high impact news. Yeah, I was on, Adrian, yesterday looking at the markets. And yeah, I mean, that thing just wouldn't stop going long. But it was all on emotion with Jay Powell talking, so never trusted much. As soon as he walked out, I mean, the market just started flying everywhere. Let's see, make sure my flux levels, dynamic magnets are all refreshed. I mean, look at this bar up yesterday. This little chop down here was all morning. And then Jay Powell came out. And look at that go. Man. Morning, everybody. Dan, David. What's up, Chris? Vegas, Todd. Morning, Jean. All right, let's see if we can break this or not. We're up near the high. 12,086 is the high of the day. Some good volume for this time of the day. So check the OP chart. Oh man, look at all these orders in here. You have some good liquidity. Yeah, hopefully this can be a good morning. Now we do have that news coming out soon, so have to excuse me. I knew this was coming. My sinuses and allergies are acting up with all this hot and cold weather I'm getting. Feel fine, but just a bunch of crud. So on the 30 tick here, let me scroll back a little bit. Oh, you know what? My 30 tick looks like it only loaded one day or something. Well, this right here could be an ICR. This mini magnet down here. Right above 12,000, which if you don't know what that is, it's an institutionally controlled reversal. It's taught in sharpshooter. And it's when you have, the reason why I said it could be is because preferably you would want it to be a lower low. Like if this bar would have been a lower low and then this one. So basically what it is it starts coming up, comes back, pulls back, not quite as far down, and then leaves a mini magnet and then goes on a nice long run. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. We are breaking long, heading back towards that high of 12,086. So see what happens. You too, Todd. Oops. Let me get that. Are getting a little close to the news. Right now the 10 tick is in a bit of an ODD state at 48%. So I would like this to go up a little further first before considering an LRE. We have this mini magnet up here at about 0.76. Could be a good little target. See if this pulls back a little more. I like it to pull back more than one bar. I'm going to give this one a shot. See if it'll continue running. Might test this cluster on the 30 tick. I can pull my stop back just a little to be behind this ZOI on the 30. Just trying to see if we can get this to get up to that mini magnet. We are getting close to news though, so. There's not much going for this one except for the trend. So, may not work. It's potentially like a mini magnet on the 30. I actually think this is going to come down, though, to be honest. So, kind of expecting this one to lose. But we'll see. And it just, on its way down, it just dropped another red eye zone here on the simplicity chart. So, if this comes back up to break even, I'll probably just do that if I get a chance. Plus, like I said, we're getting really close to dark zone. It's tested that cluster now. Let's see if it'll... Yeah, this is coming down. Yep, that one came down. That one wasn't really a great one anyways. All right, now I'm going to wait till after the news. Got me out to the tick, so it'll probably go up now. Yeah. Any of the ones that it gets me out to the tick, they just typically go up and win. No, but we're too close to the news. That one really wasn't a great trade. I just saw them. I had this mini magnet up here, which it might go up to it now. But also, a lot of times it'll come back, and it's going to test this cluster, which it did. So that's why I put my stop a little behind the ZOI here. And I have this mini magnet up here as a target. So it's going now. Just got me out to the tick. But I got in exactly where I was supposed to. If you look at the simplicity chart, I could have waited for it to come down further, knowing that it's probably going to test the cluster. But any further, the lines are already crossing. So, but I mean, I could have and just had a lower risk. And I probably wouldn't have got stopped out, but... But oh well. Just wait for after the news now. Let's see here. Yep, there it's heading to that mini magnet now. So if y'all ever think the market's out to get you and stops you out by a tick and then goes without you, it happens to everybody. As you can just see, That happens. Got about, I don't know, 30 seconds till the news comes out or so. I think it's going to be enough to jolt the market, but I think it should settle down rather quickly for us to be able to try to get something, for me to hopefully make up this loss. Now, if you don't know my money management, that was one loss. So if I lose my next trade, I'm done for the morning and just have to come back tomorrow. There we go. Morning, Jim. All right, that gave us a new high of the day. Where'd you send your screenshot? Is it in the chat? 'Cause I don't know if it shows up. All right, this is an upper level flux here. See if we can, if it breaks or rejects. Definitely trying to break.
Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A, setup B on NQ.
I'm always hesitant with the first LRE after news because oftentimes the market will come back to around where it was trading before. Might be getting a ODD trapped X box here on the 30, possibly.
Potential TX on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ.
Got double clusters over there on the 30 also. Actually, a Lorex on the 30. I believe has a trapped X box cluster, absorption X, and it's a SLZ as well.
Double cluster NQ.
Yeah, so see if what this thing wants to do now.
Double cluster NQ.
Bunch of little clusters here on the 10. See if we get a short. Good morning. Welcome. Just had our news, so waiting to see what the market wants to do here. Yeah, that bar told me that it's likely could be heading down. Now we have on the 30 tick, if this bar closes up, it'll be HD. So continue waiting and see. Simplicity did not trigger a short. So might chop around here a little bit and then go short. Not sure. Now we do have, if this bar closes down with this magnet, which it did, that could be our push short. At least back to the dev. Or this wall area. This kind of area down here maybe. If this bar closes on simplicity, we'll have a setup bar short, which it did. And it is technically triggered as short, but not sure if it'll go yet or not. Not through the chat, Richard. I don't know if
Potential TX.
yeah, I didn't see any links. I don't know where you sent it.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ.
Testing this mini magnet now. Let's see. I have a cluster on the 30 tick bar. Chopping around a little bit. Trying to get some market direction here. The only thing, if it goes long, I'm kind of expecting more chop because of, like, if it heads back up in this area, because we have the double clusters. That was a strong reversal bar here on the 30 tick. So if it does head up in this area, I would expect it to kind of chop around this area a little bit, which that would be the top of a 50 tick bar. So we might enter a little bit of a chop block, maybe. Or, I mean, it could run. Just have to see. But I would expect it to chop if it goes long. At least a little bit before it continues going.
Potential SLZ on NQ. SLZ.
Nice little SLZ right there off those levels. That scalp 1 created a crash on the 10. If this bar closes down on the 50 tick chart, that'd be nice because that'd be a 4-bar chop, and then I'd look for a breakout bar. I mean, you could also have a breakout bar on 3 bars, but I like 4 bars better. So right up to the middle of those double clusters on the 30 tick and kind of bounced around a little bit. Right up literally to the middle. And now it's playing between those. All right, that 50 tick bar closed down. Now we have a 4-bar chop on the 50 tick chart. Now I'm looking for my breakout bar. For this to either close at 12.097 short or close 1 bar up.
Cluster NQ.
Of course, if it closes short, we have the deviation level not far away, so I'd want it to continue short below the dev. All right, we might be getting a setup bar here on Simplicity for a short. All right, we have our setup bar. Let's see if we get an entry, which I'm not taking, by the way. I'd want this to continue short and wait for the pullback. All right, it did break it by 1 tick. So we do have a short simplicity here. Let's see if it actually closes at 12,097, the 50 tick bar, to give us a breakout bar. All right, we got that bar closed down. Now let's see if we can actually push through the deviation level and these walls and stuff here. So if it can, I'd be looking for a break below here and a pullback somewhere around these areas to take a short from, if it can continue short. Yeah, that's always my favorite simplicity setup, is when you get that breakout like that and you get a simplicity entry. Except for this one, I wouldn't have jumped in the simplicity just because when you entered, entry would have been right at about 0.9975-ish. So it'd have been like right when it broke this. But then you have the gap level, deviation, wall, all that right there. So even though I think this may come through and go short, I wouldn't want to be in the trade needing it to break all that, just in case if it doesn't. So that's a way to avoid a simplicity. And then just wait for the LRE. But yeah, normally that'd be a beautiful entry. Simplicity with the direction of the breakout on a 50 tick. Yeah, those are nice. Now we have a cluster on our 30 tick chart. Current bar. So if this can close short, then yep, that's nice. See if we can continue pushing down. This is the test right here, this area right here. If we could break this, then I'll definitely be looking for an LRE, a low risk entry, pullback to continue short if we can break this area. We are almost back to where we were trading before the news. So, like I said, we always, most of the time, try to trade back to where it was trading before the news, unless it was just some crazy news that market won't go back to. That's why I usually skip the first LRE after news. All right, let's see. Not getting much of a signal that it's going to continue, but it definitely is. Now I'll be looking for a pullback. As long as it keeps looking pretty good. All right, now I have an LRE. Would be back up to these levels and walls if it pulls back up there. But look how far it came down. We got to be careful, though, if it starts pulling all the way back there. If it looks like it's going to break right back through, then we just got to be careful. We have a lot of HD, so that'd be beautiful if it keeps that HD on its all, coming all the way back up. It's a big bar, though, on the simplicity chart. All this HD. I want it to keep that HD. Yeah. All right, now we have double clusters on the 30. We have a cluster on the current 30 tick bar.
Double cluster NQ.
I'm not going to take an LRE right now. If it comes back up there, because that cluster, although it's a nice setup to go short on the 30 tick bar. I just don't like taking them when there's a cluster on the current bar. If this closes down, it'll be another Lorex on the 30 tick. Let's see what happens if it comes back up to this. And it's kind of getting a little sideways here, so I don't really like that. But I like the way this bar is looking on the 30 tick if it closes down. It just might not close down. But if it comes back up here and gives me something that looks nice, like a little setup on the 10 tick, I may take it short. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wait now because it's consolidating a little bit too much here for me. So I'll wait for another pullback if it continues short. It's just getting a little too tight. It could break long. See how the pattern has changed? If you're looking at the 10 tick, kind of came back down. It's kind of consolidating up right in here. So kind of rather this come down a little further. Get away from these 30 tick clusters for the moment, because it could just bounce around there for a little bit. So I'd rather this kind of come down. Close this 30 tick bar at 066, maybe try to make its way down towards this magnet, and then pull back before then. Just a little bit risky now for me. This first pullback over here, I was hoping it would come back up to these flux and walls up here and kept all that HD, huge HD. So I would have jumped in short there, but it just made it just short of it. Yeah, so that's what I was looking at too. Settlement down there. So if I was able to get a short pullback before this dynamic magnet here, right there, I'd probably try to ride it back down to settlement.
Double cluster NQ.
this 10 tick bar closes down, this could be the one to shoot it short. Right here. Now it might continue short. Yeah, Nikita, it's hitting the top of it. That was during the news, though, so that was created during the news that came out. All right, well, that 10 tick bar wasn't the one to shoot it down. The 30 tick is threatening a mini magnet. Right there. So if this bar closes up and leaves that mini magnet, and then it starts coming back down, it could chop around a little bit. Or if it closes up, it could just start its way back up now. Which we got the close up. Little potential SLZ here. Did not close down. All right, now it's testing those walls and flux levels. See if it goes back above it.
Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Potential TX on NQ.
Might get a Lorex short off of it.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ.
Yeah, I wish these streams didn't have any lag at all. That'd be nice. This pink one is the flux level. It's one of my flux levels. I changed my flux levels. They're normally that solid blue or red line. I changed them to a pink, light pink and dark pink dotted line, so I don't get them mixed with anything. We got a 30 tick bar closed down with HD on it. Let's see if it'll break that mini magnet. Might get a setup bar on simplicity. Then you'd be looking for it to break below this mini magnet.
Potential TX on NQ. Potential setup A on NQ.
Yeah, I see that. The 50 tick there. That's what I'm looking for, Dan. If this thing goes short, I'll look for a pullback to hop in and take it to settlement. We do have a simplicity short underneath this mini magnet here.
Double cluster NQ. Potential setup A setup B on NQ. Potential TX on NQ. Double cluster NQ.
It's struggling to get down. If you look left on the 30 tick, way left, we're right where this cluster was. And then there was another one there. Have a lot of HD here. Not quite ready to go yet. It didn't get far enough below that mini magnet for me to feel good about that LRE. May need another try at it. I do have a Lorex short here.
Double cluster NQ.
Yeah, lots of ODD on the 30 tick. Also, with a big hill, little hill. 51%. Lower low. The DR down here, big hill, little hill. So might get that fourth bar chop. 084.25 on the 50 tick. Getting close. Almost there. Looking at that 50 tick chart. There we go. Now I'm looking for our breakout bar. Let's see. Let me take a look. Oh, nice. You got all your screens set up there. Looks great. I don't know if y'all be able to see if I put it up there. Kind of blurry, maybe. Vegas sent that over. Yeah. Probably. That's probably what it is. The little spam bot I have on there is set to block things. As you can see, none of those links and stuff has been popping up, so it's been working for me. Might have another 30 tick here. Almost exact same location. Another exhaustion box on this bar. See if we can get another little move before the open. Like an opportunity to make up my loss. But if it's not there, it's not there. Have to do it tomorrow. Oh, man. Today was the first day that I took a trade this week. It's been a really slow week for me. Being that I trade pre-market, there just hasn't been any opportunities for me all week. And then I took one today, and it ended up being a loser. So, yeah, that's my week. It was an okay trade today. It wasn't the best. It actually ended up getting me out. I don't know if you saw it. Got me out to the tick and then went up and would have been at least at minimum a break-even trade. See if I scroll back to it. I don't remember what time it was. Before the news, it was getting kind of close to the dark zone, so that was another reason I probably shouldn't have taken it. Yeah. Yeah. We had the news today that kind of moved it, and then it kind of slowed back up on us. Still waiting for this breakout bar. We're on the 5th bar. If this closes down, then I'd be looking for another down bar. Oh, 71.50. Yeah, it was a nice looking Lorex. ODD. Also TX with absorption X on the 30 tick. Yeah, right down to that mini magnet. All right, if this bar on the 30 tick closes down with this mini magnet, that might launch us short. Right here. It would close at 0.7025, and then that may give us what we need to break this right here on the left. Which that would be a close of the 50 tick bar down, and then we need one more bar down for a breakout. So just hope it doesn't get stuck chopping around here because we're getting close to the open. I'm actually looking for this thing to come down short. Well, now that mini magnet went away, so yeah, because if I'm watching this 50 tick chart and the bar looks like it's about to close short, then I want another bar short. But if this bar was up and looked like it was about to close up, then I'd want it to keep going up. So right now, I'd prefer this to keep coming down. Let's see here. There's a lot of volume. It's just not going. A lot of indecision. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It's not getting too close to the open now. Because it very well could be. About 15 minutes away from the open. 14, 15. Sometimes there's another nice little run right before the open. So I'm kind of hoping for. Although it may just chop around. Almost got our 50 tick bar closed. There it is. Now I'm waiting for see, closed. We have a simplicity entry short. Or there was an early entry earlier, but now it's early entry short. So I would want this to continue to close down at 058.75 and then give me a pullback somewhere so I can continue it short. $058.75 because that is the next bar close on the 50 tick. The next down bar. Chop around. Yeah, I got to make a remix to that. That way when the market's getting choppy, just play that as a reminder not to get in. Be the chop indicator. Yeah. I'm really not expecting anything else before the open at this point. If it does, great, but I'm not expecting it. Oh, great, Todd. That's not a bad thing, doctor, I guess, Jimmy, yeah. So there's a template for the 50 tick. Go to templates, load. Right here, JS favorite continuum. That's John's favorite continuum. Just open up your 50. Open up your 50 tick. Make sure it's on continuum bars. Apex continuum and 50-50. And interval minutes is 1440, but I think that's standard. I think it automatically comes with that. So just make sure it's 50-50 continuum and then load that template. And I'm not sure, but I may have added the deviation levels to mine. That would have been the only thing I added. I don't remember if it comes with the deviations or not. Yeah, now we're on our 6th bar of chop. Oh. Yep, doctor. I just saw that 6th bar of chop. So I'm not expecting anything. We're 10 minutes till the open, so just going to take my one little loss today. Give it a couple more minutes just in case, but because I pulled my stop back a little bit to hide behind that ZOI, I lost a little more than my 15 ticks. Let's see, I lost... Lost 18 ticks on that one. So, one winner tomorrow and wipes that loss away. So, don't have to worry about it. So, I like having these little managed risk, predefined risk amounts. Hopefully, I get a good one tomorrow because that would suck to go the entire week with just one losing trade. Hadn't done that in a long time, actually. Lately, there's been a lot of opportunities, but this week wasn't great. And then last week was Thanksgiving week, so. No, I trade minis. So that's basically $90 that I lost per contract today. Some accounts I have multiple contracts, depends on the account size. So it can add up. But the wins add up too, so. Yeah, Lorex trades have your standard sniper 21 tick stop. So yeah, my stops pre-market are smaller than a sniper stop. I only have a 15 tick stop. Except that one I pulled it back a few ticks to hide behind that ZOI, so I took an 18 tick loss. Yep, nothing here for me. Gonna shut it down before. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that, Dan. It just seems pretty mixed. So this late in my session, right before the open, I don't want to take another loss. So I'll come back tomorrow, hopefully grab a nice win, and have a profitable week. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for jumping on the stream with me, and trade well the rest of the day. See y'all tomorrow. Take care.